Most radical left person ever to run for office. This is not what this country needs. We've had enough of them. This is communist, this is Marxist, this is fascist. But you know what? It's dangerous because she's saying that she's going to give away things that she'll never be able to get approved. Look, as people say, be nice. Have you heard her laugh?
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. I'm sitting here evacuated away from my home in Tampa, Florida for the hurricane, wondering how I'm going to entertain myself. And lo and behold, like manna from heaven, drops Donald Trump on Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz is one of my favorite comedians of all time. Guys, really, seriously, literally, you should credit Andrew Schultz as one of the people truly saving comedy. The anti-woke comedy is Andrew Schultz. It's great. It's like just a refreshing comedian who tells funny jokes, and they're very offensive, and it's really funny, and he sells out stadiums across the country, and boom, out of nowhere, we get the Andrew Schultz podcast with Trump. It's already done millions of views. Donald Trump sits for 90 minutes on this podcast with Andrew Schultz, talking about his favorite African-American. Actually, he was asked if Elon Musk is his favorite African-American. We'll play in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Please follow along because this is a wild one. No effing way they got Donald Trump on the Schultz show. Trump is on Andrew Schultz Flagrant podcast. Huge win for the boys. Been watching since day one. The internet is rejoicing on this. Andrew Schultz, someone who has been pretty savage to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. You know, calling balls and strikes, quite frankly, as also like obviously doesn't pull any punches around Trump either. This shows the stamina of Donald Trump and the rock ribs of Trump. That Schultz, who's criticized Donald Trump before, like he's willing to go on that show. Trump has Andrew Schultz crew dying about talking about Joe Biden. Ooh, man. The clips are incredible. The interview itself has already done, let's see, it dropped today, and the views are behind, but it's on its way to 1 million views. The Theo Von interview did like many millions of views. Am I actually watching a conversation between Trump and Andrew Schultz? This is incredible. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Donald Trump asked about his nicknames. This is my favorite clip from the entire interview. We watched the whole thing. This is my favorite clip. He had the entire bench of comedians rolling. Pew pew pew. Here we go.
You've got your son Barron.
Do you think I'm the #1 influence?
I think it's
So
Rogan. I think it's Rogan, you, and Kim Kardashian. Like Kim Kardashian influences the shape of women's bodies and faces. Like you see so many, they're literal shape of human beings.
Do they want to look like her?
They want to look like her. So once we start seeing dudes want to look like you.
Yeah.
And I see young Jack over there. I think he's trying to do it.
Yeah.
Jack.
Your TikTok guy.
TikTok Jack.
TikTok Jack.
So tell me, you know, this is a little new world. I call him, his name is Jack. I call him TikTok Jack. I'm good with names, you know.
You are.
You're very good.
You are.
I mean, Pocahontas.
Yeah.
We have names.
What about, and there was, Tampon Tim was good. What about,
The problem with Tampon Tim, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
In other words,
It's a mouthful.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Tampon. And you can't stutter it through when you call it. It's really a lousy word to say.
Yeah.
But it's quite accurate, right? there are some, like Comrade Kamala. It's a little hard to say. She's comrade because she's obviously a communist.
Yeah.
She's horrible.
Yeah.
So I call her comrade.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. But when you put the names together, it's a little, you got to be able to no, you got to be able to put it out there. But we have a lot of good ones. A lot of them I can't go into with you because some of my best ones are from the Republican primaries.
Oh yeah.
And they're all friends of mine now.
Oh, now you got to be nice.
So
Donald Trump then asked about his favorite African-American and if it's Elon Musk. Perfect question. Here we go.
Elon interviewed me on something.
Yeah.
And I think they said 275 million hits or listens.
That's a lot of people.
That was a
That's
record.
a nation. Yeah.
but it's a whole new, different way of
Can I ask you a question
getting the word out, right?
about Elon specifically? Is he your favorite African American?
He's a piece of work, I'll tell you. You know, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw the rocket engines come back, I said, what is that? Like a couple of years ago, you know, I've seen rockets go up and then they crash into the water.
Yeah.
And I see the engines are coming back and they're landing.
It's unbelievable.
They're landing and they land on a raft in the middle of the ocean someplace with a little dot and they land right on the top of the spot.
And my wife can't parallel park.
I know, most people can't. But no, he's great. But he's got a great heart. He was with me, as you know, on the other night.
Yeah.
And we were honoring a man who got killed at a rally, Corey, firefighter, great guy. And it was a beautiful evening. But Elon went out and he loved the crowd. He loves the country.
Yeah.
And he's picked a side. A lot of people don't want to pick a side. I have a lot of people that are big supporters of me.
Yeah.
But they won't go all out. You know, they can't.
They're scared.
Quite,
There's a
they're
cost.
Scared. Yeah, there's a cost.
Yeah.
There is a cost, but there's also a liability. I mean, you know, some people, I respect it a lot when this guy was up there doing jumping jacks. You got to vote for Trump. You got to vote
He
for
was jumping high.
Yeah. He was jumping high.
He looked
you know
quite
what?
African.
When he jumped, he's in good shape. I'm looking at his waist. I'm saying, wait a minute, does he work out or something? But he really, and he had a great time. And you know, he's not out that much. He's probably maybe a little. Would you say he's a little reclusive, possibly?
Yeah. He's also busy. He's got like 5 different
He's very
companies.
busy and maybe a little reclusive. Yeah. But he had the greatest time. He was saying, "Look at these people." We had 100,000, more than 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
It was a record. It was nobody's ever seen, and it was really. It was a celebration of a life, and it was really a MAGA. It was a MAGA deal.
Yeah.
And he was a big MAGA person. His family was there, and 2 other people that were very badly hurt were also celebrated. They were very badly hurt. They weren't actually expected to live.
Yeah. Oh,
and they lived, and they had incredible doctors. Some of those country doctors are better than the big doctors that we spend a lot of money on, and they don't do as good. I will tell you right now. I don't want to knock anybody, but those country doctors saved 2 people because I was told that 3 would. No, think of that. 3 would be in trouble, and 3 were going to, now Corey immediately, but the other 2 were so bad that they thought they wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
And those country doctors, they pulled them together. They did a great job.
Donald Trump then has the entire couch of comedians rolling again. Trump is an incredibly funny person. Obviously, comedic talent of President Trump is deeply understated. Talking about Joe Biden and his superpower to fall asleep while on live TV. He's really good.
Every day I'd get up, how much did China buy today? Sir, I'd call him up and say, you're behind. You have to buy 50 billion. Do you think Biden does that? Biden's sleeping. But over the last week, I have, what we talk about, funny or sad. I think it's more sad than funny.
Yeah.
He has one ability I don't have.
Yeah.
He sleeps. He can sleep. This guy goes on a beach and he lays down on one of those, 6 ounce, they weigh 6 ounces and you can't lift it. Yeah. They're meant for children, young people, and old people to lift. Yeah. They're aluminum, hollowed aluminum. Yeah. They weigh very little and he can't lift. And somebody convinced him he looks good in a bathing suit. And when you're 82, typically bathing suits aren't going to make you look great. You're not going to be enhanced. Yeah. All right? It's just one of those things. I can't be sure about that, but typically you don't.
Depends what he's packing. He could.
I don't know what the hell he's packing, but I don't want to, and I don't want to know either. I don't know, but he has an ability to fall asleep while on camera. He can lie down on one of those things, and in minutes he's stone cold out.
How does he do it?
And he's got cameras because he's the president, so they have cameras on him.
Yeah.
And then they show him sleeping on the beach.
Yeah.
You'll never see me sleeping in front of camera.
How do we get you better at that? Like, what can we do? How do we work on that as a country?
As a country?
Yeah.
We got to save our country. Look, we are a nation in decline, whether you like it or not.
I hate hearing that.
I know. I hate
that. Hurts me. That hurts me. As a proud American, I
well, what you like though is, but we're going to be greater than ever before.
So that's, I think, the messaging that I think.
Yeah.
I think that's really nice
well, that's
to hear.
my ultimate message.
And finally, President Trump on his Butler rally that we were at, honor of a lifetime, the cojones on this guy. They'll never make another one like him. They broke the mold. Here we go. Enjoy the moment. Okay, here we go.
So you're going back into this place where, you know, there was this assassination attempt. They hit you. Headshot.
Yeah.
You survive.
Yeah. It was not a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Looks
scared?
better, by the way.
No, I'm not scared. You know, I have an attitude. It's interesting. It's sort of, it is what it is. Does that make any sense to you guys? You know, you do what you have to do. I felt it was important to go back. A lot of people, I guess, agreed with me because it was over 100. I think they said 108,000 people in the end. That's a lot of people.
Super Bowl.
And I had no guitar. You know, if you have a guitar, it's easy. When you don't have a
I
guitar,
thought you said Qatar.
I have guitar. I do have that. They like me very much, but I don't have a guitar.
Yeah, you have the guitar. Yes.
So anyway, but that was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, no, I like it when somebody like Elon, who has a lot to lose, is willing to do what's right.
Yeah.
Some people know it's right to do, and I'm not just talking about endorsements and all, but they don't want to do things because they're.
They don't want it to cost them opportunities.
The word
in
is
the future.
they want to be politically correct, and actually they're doing a bad thing. I think for themselves and for a lot of people.